Hey guys, it's another One Piece video. This time I'm going to be playing the Gecko Moria OPO6 deck. I kind of just built this, like it was just like the Hody Jones. I built this in like 30 seconds to a minute. Pretty much it's just all Thriller Bark stuff, and then I threw in one Sabo. Even though I want stuff to die, Sabo's pretty much just there for me to protect like my bigger bodies. So pretty much it's Gecko Moria, so I'm going to be playing a lot of stuff from trash. I'm going to be milling myself. So yeah, he went turn 1. He tried to attack me. I out countered. On my first turn, I played my what's his name, Taran. I don't know how to Tararan. Okay, yeah, the spider dude. The one that lets you mill cards. On my turn. Now it's my turn again. I choose to swing face to face first because I wanted to summon out my ores, which pretty much. I have to KO cards in order for it to attack, but it's okay. You want your cards to die because some of them have on KO effects that pretty much help you mill more, so you can have more stuff in your trash to play for free, pretty much. He played on his first attacking turn, so his second turn he played Wire, which helps him, I think, draw cards, and then he has to discard one. So, yeah, it's his turn now. He played the one-drop Chopper. I don't think I've ever seen any of the Eustass kids, the red-purple ones anyway, run the one-drop Chopper, but I've only ever run into like a couple or a few of them. So yeah, right here he swings for 6k because he has the ability. So the kid leader is a 4k leader until you reach 3 or less life, because if you have 4 or more life, he's a 4k leader. So when he removes a Dawn, he goes up to 6k, but once he's at 5, he'll go up to 7k. But he has cards to help him when he minuses a Dawn. So that's why he has the Wires out. When he minuses a Dawn to attack for 6k, he'll also draw one, discard one. So he summons another Wire. I have ores out, and I chose to summon I think his name is Jigoru, and I chose to KO him instead of my Tararan because when he dies, he gives a plus 1,000 to a character. So pretty much I put him in here because I want to boost up either my ores or my leader. But I've learned that I should just boost up my ores instead of leader because swinging 5 is fine. Not to mention I can also just put Dawn on my leader and swing for 6 normally and still get a card out on the field with leader ability. So right now I choose to play Dr. Hogback, and Dr. Hogback lets me send 2 cards to the bottom, and then when I do that, I get to pretty much add a card back from my trash to my hand. So what I did was I grabbed Jigoru again for my ores, because I already know that he's only going to swing with leader, because he's not going to risk his blockers that also help him draw and pretty much hand shuffle. I'm also running the 2-drop event that pretty much gives me close to 10k counter power because it depends on how many Thriller Barks are in your trash, so not bad. Luckily though, he put 3 Dawn on his leader, swing 8k at my leader, which is fine. I want to keep my ores out. He then plays Heat, which lets him stay at 6k. So now it's my turn. I draw into the Perona, and this is the Perona that lets you choose either to minus some cost, or it makes them choose a card to discard. So I chose a card to discard because I didn't really need to minus any cost right here. I did everything to KO stuff. I used Or's ability to KO my Tararan to mill some cards on my from my deck to my trash, just so I could have some more cards on my trash to play for later, and also to use for my event card down there. So I'll pretty much be getting 7k counter, because normally it gives you 1k, but then it gives you the extra 1,000 counter power depending how many Thriller Barks are in your trash. But it only works for your leader, which is fine, right? It's good to like protect against very big attacks on your leader. So right there, I choose to swing with Hogback. I don't know if he takes or not, either that or he blocks it, but I know he blocked my ores swing, which is fine. That's a blocker off board, which means he only gets to draw one, discard one now instead of 2. Then I swing for 5k with my leader. And then I think I either summon my Cerberus, or I think I summon Jigoru again. Either to set up for another ore swing or to protect my ores. Yeah, I played Cerberus right here just in case he wanted to try and swing at my ores. Even though I talk about my event and how like I know it's for leader, mid-game I didn't know it was only for leader, so one of the plays you'll see me play the event card, but it whiffs because I didn't know it was only for leader. So yeah, that's pretty much what lost me that play there. So now he's a 7k because he minus the Dawn. He chooses to attack Dr. Hogback. What I do is I choose to block it with my Cerberus, so he has to use his Heat to swing at Dr. Hogback. What I do is I just out counter with Sabo and Tararan. I probably should have saved the Sabo to protect my ores next game, but I drew into Gecko Moria, and you could tell this was my first game because I didn't really know how to play this deck yet. I was reading cards, I misread some cards, I misunderstood some cards. Like right here you see me checking my trash because I got the 8-drop Gecko Moria. I don't know if it was either my fault or if it was the simulator's fault, because what 8-drop Gecko Moria does, you get to play 1 active from your trash and 1 rested from your trash. So obviously I choose to play either Cerberus or another Terrarin to mill some more stuff in my trash, but I don't exactly remember which one I played. I'm pretty sure, like right here you can tell I'm reading all the cards to see what's the best one to choose, but I'm pretty sure I choose Cerberus for one of them. Or no, I choose Terrarin so I can mill some more stuff. And then since I played him active, I get to play another one rested. So I was gonna play, yeah, right here I chose Jigoro instead of Cerberus because I was gonna KO Jigoro for ores, so he gets the plus 1000. But for some reason, it didn't let me switch to anything else. So it just KO'd Gecko Moria instead. So misplay by me there again. But second game, I understood how the deck works a little bit more. So yeah, you can actually see me play this deck in full action where I understand stuff. So yeah. Pretty much I think what I did was I saved my 2 Dawn for the event, even though this is the first game I didn't know how it worked, so it's pretty much wasting the Dawn. I could have just put the Dawn on to Perona and swing at heat, but it's fine. I'm swinging face. He only had 2 cards in hand. He has 3 now. He has to block with either one of them, so he chooses to block with the kid, of course, 6-5, and then I choose to swing 5-5. He out counters with a 2k. He chooses to out-counter with the alternate personality of Killer. I don't always remember his name, but yeah, he runs that Killer card in his deck. So he plays the 7-drop kid, of course, so he boosts his leader up by 1000. And since he minus the Dawn, heat goes up to 6. He miscalculated. He attacked 6-7, so it's fine. Didn't have to waste anything for that. Pretty much right here is when I misplayed the event card right here to try to protect Perona, but because I screwed up, it's only your leader gains 1000 power, so I pretty much just had to let Perona die. Unfortunate, because I wanted more swings on the board since he only had 2 cards in hand, and I wanted more swings to make him waste cards. He plays another 4-drop blocker law, which is fine because I'm not gonna have a high hand because I'm milling stuff and I'm playing stuff from trash, so I'm not gonna have any way of going over to 7 cards. Or going above, yeah, going to 7 cards pretty much, for Law's ability to make me lose cards. But it really sucks that I couldn't get my, whatchamacallit, I couldn't get my Thriller Bark stage out to help me get some cards on the field. And Thriller Bark is the first stage that lets you play stuff from your trash when you pay 1, which is really cool. But I couldn't get it this game. I just couldn't get it. I think I do get it, but I get it later on. But it didn't matter at that time. But I think I put enough onto Gecko Moria to use the ability and to also deal somewhat amount of damage and make him use cards or either block. Right here I'm reading the card because I didn't really know how exactly to use it, so I used it, paid the 2 Dawn. I chose to trash my Absalom, and he lets me play since I did that, I get to play a 4 or less from my trash. And unfortunately, I think I did choose Perona here because I wanted him to get rid of some cards, but I think I misplayed it because he didn't have enough cards in hand. So yeah, I misplayed Perona here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so if my opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, which they don't, so I misplayed Perona, but it's fine, whatever. Sucks that I misplayed her, but now that I knew that, next game I did pretty well with her. Really good card. I can't wait to see what the parallel of the SR Perona looks like, because she's actually one of my favorite One Piece girls. So, really cool. He plays the Killer, the 1-drop Killer that lets him search for more, what is it? What is it? It's just Kid Pirates, right? Yeah, they're the Kid Pirates. So, of course, he's going to be searching for his 7-drop kids. He's going to be searching for his wires. So, yeah, there's not a lot of Kid Pirate cards. I think we only have Killer, Wire, and Kid himself. So, hopefully we get more like what Law got with Beppo and Shachi and Penguin and Gene Bart. So, hopefully we get more of that. But we don't really know a lot from Kid's crew. So, he chooses to go for my characters. It's fine, whatever. He plays the 1-drop Chopper again. Really weird he's playing that, but hey, it helped him. With only 2 cards in hand, didn't really know what else to do. So I just choose to attack the kid right here for 9k because he only has one card in hand, so worst it could be is a 2k, which is fine. That's cards out of hand. I use the ability, I trash the event because that's the second one I got, so I knew that it's not going to be any help to me. I'm at 4 life right now. So yeah, so I choose to play Absalom from my trash, and since I did that, Absalom's ability triggers, so I return 2, I KO a 1 drop or less, so I KO his chopper, so that's 1 less blocker. Chooses to block with the 4 drop kid, which is fine. I think what I did was I put 2 on Perona, and then I played Cerberus, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I just put all on to Tararan right here, like I did, to swing for 7k, and then I pass my turn. And the reason why I swing with Tararan here is because, like, I don't have ores out to KO him, so he's just on board now. His deck didn't really have any removal, so I just chose to swing with him to see if he'll swing at him to KO him to get more cards in my trash. But of course he's not going to do that. Why would he help my deck in any type of way? So there's no point in him killing him to mill stuff off for me, even though I only have 1 card in hand. But right here I choose to take everything because there's no point in countering the Cerberus against all that card. I got a Tararan from life, unfortunate, very unfortunate. From what I've known from the deck, when I built this deck, there's not a lot of triggers besides the events, like this one right here. So I choose to do that, I'm pretty sure, yeah, to draw 2 trash 2. And what I did was I trashed Cerberus, and then I got Inupe, and I got another Jigoro. So, I mean, they'd be good if I had an ores out, but yeah, I don't, so unfortunately it's not worth it. He just got really lucky and got all of his blocker kids. Like, this guy was playing nothing but blockers, dude. I can't be mad though. It's just like that's how Kid works. All of his cards are just like blockers, or they deal with the Dawn minus, which is the killer cards. The killer and wire. Or no, it's just the wire and then the 7 and 5 drop kid, and then it's the killer card, which helps him search, and then the 4 drop killer that he runs, which technically isn't killer, it's his alternate personality. I kind of screwed up the game here. What I should have done was I should have swang at leader for 7 all 4 times. Unfortunately though, I misplayed, and I was like, you know what, I'll get rid of the kids. I should have enough counter power if he misplays his Dawn incorrectly. But what I should have done was I should have just went for game because he had no cards in hand, so he would have had to use his blocker laws more. But either way, even if I did that, he still would have had enough attacks to kill me in this game, which he does. Unfortunately, he does. But next game, I bring it back because I'm the GOAT, right? I can't believe I just said that. I'm so sorry. So I'll counter to 9k, right? I have to take the next one because he goes up to 8k for that. Unfortunately, my last card was Thriller Bark. There it is, my stage. My very first time seeing the stage, and it was my last card in life. So I conceded, didn't have enough to counter, so I rematched him. I didn't know if I wanted to go first or second or not because I didn't know how this deck worked, but it's pretty much just Dofi, but for Thriller Bark, and instead of from your deck, it's from your trash. So I went first because I'm going to have stuff in trash, because right here, turn 1, I play Victoria, which helps me mill 5 cards, which is crazy, and unfortunately, I milled my 8-drop Gecko Moria, so that's just staying in my trash until I'm able to return it with like Hogback or something, or my Absalom. So yeah, my turn now. I'm at a 3 Dawn. I choose to attach, play something from my trash. I'm pretty sure I play Absalom from trash to KO the killer, and then I returned 8-drop Gecko Moria with this. So I trashed 1 card. I choose to play Absalom here. Yep, right there. Use card, return 2 cards. Obviously my 8-drop Gecko Moria. And I think I choose to return 1 of the Victorias. Yeah, right there. And I choose to KO the killer. Perfect. No cards on board. Perfect. 6 to 5 though. Will he take it? I don't remember if he does or not. But I'm pretty sure next turn I do summon Perona to make him discard some cards. Hey, big surprise though. This is another game where it's not best out of 3. After I played this second game, he just left right after I beat him. So he didn't want the best out of 3 because I figured out how to play against his deck, and I figured out how this deck works, and he didn't like the adjustment. What did I do here? I think actually what I did was, what did I do? I think I played Perona. And then I think I put ores in my trash, actually, because I wanted to get him out, but I didn't want to put him out there so soon. So what I did was, yeah, I used the ability. I trashed, I think, Inupe right here. And then I played, what did I play? Was it Hogback? It wasn't Hogback, I don't think. It was Inupe right here. So I drew 2, I trashed 2. Off of Inupe, I trashed ores right here. Yeah. And then I trashed another Inupe. Wild how I drew into 2 Inupes. from that ability, but it's fine, whatever. I have ores in my trash now. I was reading my stage, I deployed it, and then I think I actually used the ability right here. I don't remember exactly what I put out. I think it was a Terrarin, or it was Cerberus, maybe? It was probably a Nupe, because I wanted more stuff in my trash. So yeah, that's the thing. This is my first time ever playing like a mill deck where I want stuff in my trash. I haven't done something like that since I played Magic in the early days, like when I was like in freshman year of high school, because in Magic, Black does the same thing, where you have to deal with your trash. You're always trashing cards from somewhere, and you always have something in your graveyard. So it's like I haven't done something like that in a minute. So especially in a new game, I don't know how it would work for this as well. So I was pretty much just reading a lot. If you could tell, I'm running the 6-drop Brook. I don't remember how many I'm running in here, but I do run a couple because the ability is not bad. It's also a 6-drop body. It's kind of just options. Not to mention it's Thriller Bark, so it works out. Yeah, I played Perona right here to make him trash some cards in hand. Because he had a lot of cards in hand because of Wire. So yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't. What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. I -3 because I was playing Absalom again. That's right. Yeah, so I played 3 for Absalom. I trashed, I think, a Nupe right here for the Absalom and trash, and I KO'd the blocker Wire because I guess that was just my plan. I mean, it is a good plan, right? He can't hand shuffle anymore with the blocker Wire, and it's also not a blocker on board, so it's not bad. I choose to return the... What did I choose? I sent Perona to the bottom of my deck, and I think I chose Brook, actually. Yeah, right here. I sent Brook. And I swing for 6, because that's all I could attack for. As you can tell, my board is pretty bad right now because I didn't really work well with the hand I had. I have a bunch of stuff to KO on board for ores and all that, but ores isn't out yet. I'm pretty sure I bring ores out next turn, if anything. I mean, I feel like I'm always gonna be low with this deck unless I'm just not figuring something out yet about this deck to where I'm always gonna have cards in hand. But like from the games I played, these 2 games, unfortunately he left after the second one, so I couldn't play another one. But these 2 games, I've noticed that I'm low on hand a lot because you're trashing stuff. He attacks for 5, fine, whatever. Counter with Terrarin. Didn't need him anyway. I already have one on board. Drew into the event. And second game, I knew how it works now, but I don't think I ever needed to use it as much. But yeah, I swing for 5k at the killer. It's fine, right? If Absalom dies, I can play him back again later. I choose to play my... I choose to put Dawn on Victoria, swing for 5. It's fine. He actually takes the card, which is awesome. Even though that gives him more cards in hand, but it's fine. That's life. I used the ability, and I think what I actually did was... This is when I played ores. I think what I did was I switched Victoria out for ores, if anything. Right here, yep, perfect. So now I have auras out, so now I have my little engine going of KOing stuff and attacking for 7k. And then I put 1 onto Perona, swing for 6. Don't remember if he out counters or if he blocks it here, but he out counters with Radical Beam, which is perfect for him because guess what? Radical Beam is not restricted anymore. Only Moby Dick is now, so yeah, it went back to the OG restrictions of Moby Dick and Kabaji. So we can run all the Radical Beams, we can run all the stuff we want to in Whitebeard, except for Moby Dick. But he's running the Radical Beam, so that helped him. He swings for 6 at Absalom, so I have to take it. I only have Hogback in my hand, and Event only works for Leader, so very, very, very unfortunate. I'm pretty sure what I did was I actually used ores to KO my Anupe, because I wanted more cards in hand, and even though I had to trash some cards in hand, it's fine. So I out counter for 6 with Hogback, and he doesn't swing with anything else, which is perfect. I had Jugoro in hand again. I don't know if I wanted to summon him or not because I wanted to KO my Anupe on board. Not really doing anything. He's useless. He's not useless, but it helps for ores, and it's like the second better one in my opinion. But instead, I choose to trash Terrarin instead. I put 2 Dawn on Anupe to swing at the killer. He takes it. Fine. That's fine. That's perfect. Either way, if I trash Anupe, if I trash Terrarin, it does the same exact thing. I have to put cards in my trash. So that's why I guess I chose Terrarin instead. I choose to swing for 6 to do the leader ability again. But this time I choose to put a little bit more Dawn on because now he's at 6k. So make him use a card. Make him use a 2k in hand. I choose to trash, I think, the event, actually. Yeah. And then, what did I play here? Was it Cerberus or was it Hogback? I think it was Hogback because I wanted more cards. I wanted more cards back in my. Oh no, I played another Ors because my Ors is tapped. So I played another one just in case. That's right, because I didn't have any way to protect my Ors. So then I put 2 onto Perona to swing for another 7k, make him use some more 2k counter. He has 1 up, so I assume he has another Radical Beam in hand. Or he has Guard Point right there, perfect. Worked for him perfectly. And I played Juguro just to set up for next turn for Ors. Because he didn't have any removal, so I could set up in this matchup. He plays another 5-drop blocker kid. Dude, he's always getting these. He swings for 8 at my Ors. Fine, whatever. I have another one on board. I have another one on board that's about to be boosted to 8k. I probably, in my opinion, I think I should have, like, after this game, I probably should have played something else. But it worked out in the end, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly. But he KOs my Inupe. I draw 2, trash 2. Of course, since I trashed 2, I only had 2 in hand. I have no cards in hand, but hey, that works out. More cards in trash for me, especially since I have Thriller Bark out and Gecko Moria. So, I think what I did was I actually used, I used Stage first. I think, what did I do? Did I grab another Jigudo? I don't remember. Unless I grabbed another one that helps me mill. I don't exactly remember what I did. I think I accidentally, I accidentally played Cerberus instead. I forgot it comes out rested, but it's fine if he doesn't KO it or not, because that's another blocker for next turn, I guess. So I KO my Jugurdo with Ors. He's going to be up to 8 now, and then I swing for 10k with Ors. I don't remember if he blocks it or not. I just chose to swing out leader because there's no point in going for the 7-drop kid, because he's just going to out-counter it, because he had 3 cards in hand. Most likely he had enough, especially with 2 Dawn up. And then with leader ability, I kind of misplayed this one because I forgot I need to trash a card in hand, so I kind of forgot about that. So I just swung for 6 because my dumb brain thought I could grab a card from trash, but I forgot I needed a card in hand to trash. So whatever, I attack for 9k with Perona. He blocks Flaw, that's fine. More cards off board for me. So he has a blocker law up. He has another 7-drop kid. So annoying. So yeah, right there. Because he has the blocker kids out, the one he minused from the 7-drop kid comes back. And it's just going to happen again because he has another kid out, I'm pretty sure, unless he didn't do it. I choose to block with my Cerberus. That's all I could do. And then he swings at my Ors. Unfortunately, he swings at my Ors. That's just life. That's just the game. So it's looking pretty grim for me, but luckily I top deck into an 8-drop Gecko Moria. I think what I did play was I played another Cerberus. Like, I played it active. I knew that much for sure because I wanted a blocker out. So I had 2 blocker Cerberuses because, again, he doesn't have any removal. So it works out perfectly. And then I have to play another card rested. So I choose to play Hogback, which lets me return 2 cards from my trash back to my deck. And then I also get to grab one from trash. So I choose to grab, obviously, a 2k. Best card I could grab off of this. Because there was no point in grabbing something I could trash for leader ability. But, so, yeah. What I did was, I think I just choose to swing with leader at his leader, because there's no point swinging Perona. Everything else is too high for that. I only had 2 Dawn left. But it's fine, because I have the 8-drop Gecko Moria out now. I have a bigger body on board to stabilize the board a little bit, especially against 2 6-drop or 6k blockers and 2 7-drop kids. And since I left Perona up, I have another swing. He plays another 1-drop Chopper. Fine, whatever. I'm pretty sure I play Absalom next turn. I was either deciding if I wanted to take the life or block it. I choose to block it here. That I remember for sure because I didn't know what was in life. I didn't want him to get 2 swings off with characters, so I blocked 1. I drew Brook off a life, unfortunately. Useless in this situation right now because the only thing he could be putting in his trash is Chopper, so not really useful. So yeah, especially since he's not counter. So I choose to block with Cerberus now, and I think he passed his turn because he wants to have blockers up, so he wasn't going to attack. Fortunately, though, because I have some Absaloms in my trash, right, he's only going to have 2 blockers. And because I drew into Thriller Bark, which is perfect, I can just trash Thriller Bark. So I attack for 7, use the ability, play Absalom because I get to return 2 cards, and I also get to KO that little chopper over there, get to KO that little doctor. So he only has 2 blocks against my 3 other attacks. So that works out perfectly. So then I choose to return some Inupes, and I think I choose to return a Terrarin. Oh no, I choose to return Jigoro. Okay, whatever. KO the chopper, so he only has 2 left. I have 3 attacks. I have 6 Dawn to work with. He only has 2 cards in hand, so he out-counters that one, so he only has 1 card in hand now. So now I just put 3 Dawn on each of them, swing for AK on 2. He only has 2 blockers. He only has 1 card in hand, which isn't counter, which was lucky for me. Oh, it was counter. Okay, whatever. I miscalculated. I'm so sorry. I swing for 8k. I think I swing at the kid. It didn't matter who I swang at because he had to block either one of them. But he chose to let the kids go. I'm pretty sure right here. And then I swing at the other kid with my Gecko Moria because 9 to 8, he's going to lose that. Even if Gecko Moria dies next turn, it's fine. I have my leader swing. And then he just chooses to quit right here. Right there he rage quitted because he knew I had like 2 more attacks out after he KO'd the 3 I have rested. But unfortunately, it wasn't the best out of 3. Really wish I could learn this deck more, but people on the server, again, don't like best out of 3s, especially when I try to learn a new deck. Every time I try to learn a new deck, people just leave, when they lose, especially. But every time I play a game that's not, of a deck that's not new, people don't leave. So it's just like, whatever, fine. I think the only one that I haven't had problems with was the Yamato, where I actually got a best out of 3 with the GY Yamato, so... yeah, really wish I could learn more decks, but people in the server don't like letting people learn stuff, so... yeah, that was Gecko Moria. Lost the first one, won the second one. Interesting deck. I guess I could do a deck profile on it, but still in the works, right? It's all just Thriller Bark stuff and then the Sabos for some reason I put in there. But I would like to work on it more because it is interesting to mill your deck and work from your trash. So yeah, that was the Gecko Moria game. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in whatever I make next.